Welcome back. Still tuned in to BNSN, the stock game. We'll take a look at the markets at this point of time. No respite coming in, still hovering around the 7,700 mark. But on to BNSN, the stock game, and quickly take you through the rules of the game. Our three market experts have been given a notional amount of 5 lakh rupees each, and they'll have to invest this money in 4 stocks. At the end of each trading day, they will have to churn their portfolio by discarding 2 stocks and buying 2 new stocks. Also, if a particular target price or stop loss has been triggered, that stock needs to be changed. By Friday, that is today, we calculate the total profit or loss and declare our winner. Let's then introduce the participants for this week. We have Ruchit Jain of Angel Broking, Mitul Shah of Affluent Shares, as well as C. Rudramurthy of Vachana Investments. Gentlemen, a very warm welcome to BNSN, the stock game. First up, let's discuss Ruchit Jain's portfolio. And Ruchit, let's discuss the first 2 ideas that you have, Ambuja Cements as well as Castrol. Tell us what is it that looks attractive to you for both the counters?
Yeah, good morning. Ambuja Cement I have retained from its yesterday pick itself. We are seeing multiple support zones near 210-212 range. There is 50% retracement of the previous upside momentum which we had seen since last couple of months. This retracement support is also coinciding with 89 EMA on the daily charts. Hence, we are expecting a pullback move in the counter. So one can buy with stop loss below 209 and target of 225 to 227 could be seen, I think, in next 3-4 trading sessions. Apart from that, my second call was a buy call in Castrol India. We have seen that in yesterday's trading session, the stock moved higher with very good volumes. So that is indicating the stock should show some more momentum on the positive side. So it's purely it is purely a momentum play. Even today, we are seeing that with the up move, the volumes are quite higher. So I think this should lead to further up move in the stock in near term. So one can buy with stop loss below 398 and target of 428, and then above 428, possibly the stock could test 444.
Okay, that's the cue coming in, and as we speak, Castrol posted its numbers up by just about 0.5% in trade. Let's move right on then and nail it down to the first 2 ideas that Mitul has got in his portfolio. You're shorting Tata Steel first up, given all of the controversy that has been surrounding this fundamentally. How does it look? And what's the rationale for going long on Interglobe Aviation?
If you see overall base metal structure, it is on the uptrend, but in that uptrend we are expecting a correction into that uptrend. Once that correction will be over, there will be a base making process. So Tata Steel is the same. It will be coming down, making around 309. It will make its base. So we are going short for the short term. And our target is 322 with a stop loss of 335. Second is the Indigo. Indigo has made a very good base around 800, 850, and it has started moving up. Every time it is making a new high and made a very good base around for the time, and again start moving up. Yesterday itself we have seen a very good price action on the stock, and we feel that it is all set for 1200 plus targets. For the show, I have given a target of 1160 with a stop loss of 1070.
That's the word coming in on Interglobe Aviation, which is trending lower, losing about 1.5%. Let's discuss Rudra's first 2 ideas. It's Tata Motors Futures as well as HIL, and he's placing a sell call on both these stocks. Rudra, why would you be shorting both these stocks?
See, Tata Motors is looking very tired, and it is definitely showing signs of distribution. Zones of 420 to 425 has been a very stiff resistance to Tata Motor. Even formation of double top can be seen at levels of 425, and a day before we saw some movement on the downside in Tata Motors. So I expect this down move to further continue, and for the game show I was looking at shorting Tata Motor, keeping a target of 381 rupees 70 paise with a stop loss of 397. My second sell call was on HIL. If you again look at charts of HIL, it is definitely making signs of distribution, and there is a lot of resistance kicking in this stock closer to levels of around 560, 570. So keeping a level of 561 as my stop loss, I was looking at selling HIL for the day, looking for targets of 515 rupee 30 paise.
Okay, that's the cue coming in on some interesting names. Result candidates included Tata Motor Futures and HIL, which is struggling today, both sell calls. To the next 2 ideas then, in each of our experts' portfolios. Let's move right on and talk pharma. Ajanta Pharma, do you think that if you were to cherry pick within the mid-cap pharma names, this would emerge as a top candidate? Siemens, it will be posting its numbers later today, and it's expected to be a largely flattish quarter for the company this time around, largely on account of two of their segments not doing too well as the fact that the margin the moderate revenue growth on account of lower order inflows, and the stock for now is at about 1182. What's the cue on these two names?
So Ajanta Pharma since last 3 months has been making this higher top higher bottom formation. Since mid January the stock made a bottom around 1100, and since then it has been outperforming the broader market as well as the index, and hence we believe that this weekly and the monthly charts are still showing signs of strength. So on the higher side we are looking at the position in the stock could go up to 1650, or even it could cross those 1650 levels the way monthly charts are getting strengthened. But for the game show perspective, I have given a target of 1560, and my stop loss for trading is 1492. And my last call is a buy call in Siemens. Well, even this stock is showing good strength by forming higher top higher bottom formation since last 2 months. In recent corrective move, the stock has taken support around 89 EMA and its previous high resistance, which has now acted as support. So I think that's a sign of a continuation of the up move. I'm expecting 1215 in today's trading session, and positionally the stock has the potential to move much higher than those levels if anyone is looking from 2 to 3 months perspective. So just from intraday with the stop loss below 1145 and expecting a target of 1215.
Okay, that's the word coming in on Siemens. Let's discuss Mitul's last two ideas, which is a sell call coming in on Vedanta, and clearly the stock is trending lower, losing more than 1%, moving in the direction Mitul expected it to. And Bajaj Finance, Mitul decides to go long on this one with a target price of about 7,500. Mitul, take us through your rationale for placing a call on both Vedanta as well as Bajaj Finance.
Vedanta is the same story, same phenomenon as Tata Steel, as the base metals are correcting on their uptrending cycle, and this correction will take all the metal stocks also to the downside, and once the correction is over, this will start making new highs. But this correction we are playing this correction all together, and I am expecting that Vedanta should make a base around 95 to 98 for this correction cycle, and that's why I've chosen the target of 98 with the stop loss of 107. And my second pick is Bajaj Finance. It's a classic uptrending script from last, if you see overall 6 month chart, from 6,000 it has went to 7,500, again came back to 6,700, made a very good base and started moving up again. So it's all set for a new high above 7,700 plus. But for the show I have decided my target 7,500 with the stop loss of 7,000.
Okay, that's a view coming in. Bajaj Finance in focus, and you also have Vedanta, which is a sell recommendation. Time to move on then to the last two candidates that Rudra has picked out. MCX, and not reacting well, rightly so, given it was in the greatest quarter for the company. And you also have ITC, which has been under quite a bit of fire on the fundamental side, but it's recovered pretty smartly. Are you seeing this only as a little bit of a bounce that's unsustainable? What's the cue, Rudra?
See, first of all, to talk about MCX, this stock is definitely finding very strong support at levels of 750, and it is now trading in a channel between 750 to 900, 910. So stock always comes down to 750, sees some buying action. Similarly, on the upside, 900, 910, again patterns of distribution and selling is seen in this stock. So having met those levels of 900, 910, only for the game show, I was looking at some reaction from those resistance levels of 910, and that is how I have given a sell call on MCX. But however, the long term and the medium term trend is very positive on MCX. For investors, it's a great buy on dips to 750 to 800. However, looking into the tiredness at resistance levels of 900, I was selling MCX for the game show. I am looking at target of 863 to come, and I had a strict stop loss of 926 on MCX. And when it comes to ITC, see, ITC is a stock which is again range bound, and definitely compared to other stocks like it can be Godrej Philip or it can be VST Industries and all, definitely this stock is showing again signs of outperformance. However, ITC is also range bound, strictly looking at charts, it is making just support at 310, and on the upside again 335, 340 levels has been a very stiff resistance to ITC. So moving in the same band, I definitely expect ITC to take support closer to levels of 310. For the game show, I was looking at sell on ITC. I had a strict target and a stop loss. 311 rupee 10 paise was my target, which it has already achieved. And on the higher side, I had kept a stop loss of 319 10 paise. However, ITC for a longer term investor definitely offers a good value buy. Closer to 290 to 300 range, it can be bought. But for the game show, I had a target of 311 rupee 10 paise with a stop loss of 319.10.
Sure, fair enough, Rudra. And fortunately for you, your target price has also been achieved for ITC. Take you through a quick calculator check and find out how each of our experts are placed at this point of time, starting off with Ruchit Jain's portfolio. He's decided to go long on all 4 stocks. However, none of the target prices or stop losses have been triggered. Overall portfolio trending lower. He's currently losing about close to 2,000 to 3,000 rupees. Take a look at Mithul Shah's portfolio as well, and he's decided to go buy on 2 and sell call coming in on 2 stocks. Interglobe Aviation not quite working in his favor. Overall portfolio giving him good gains of close to 50,000 rupees. Finally, take a look at CA Rudramurthy's portfolio. He's gone short on all 4 stocks. Target price has already been achieved on ITC. Overall portfolio in the green, and he's currently making about 75,000 rupees in his kitty. So that's the order coming in, with the Rudra leading the game, followed by Mithul and Ruchit. With that, would like to thank each of our experts for taking the time out and sharing their portfolio with us on BNSN, the stock game.
And with that, it's goodbye from Kamya, me and the entire team that put the show together.